Have you ever visited Czechia and noticed some strange symbols everywhere? On trees, on signs, or even on the walls? Both in the city and the countryside? They are everywhere. But what do they mean? This simple mark can tell you everything you need to know if you want to explore the Czech Republic. In fact, the country has one of the most extensive and reliable hiking trail marking systems in the world. Tens of thousands of kilometers of trails are clearly marked, allowing hikers to explore mountains, forests, and historic landscapes without getting lost. But who creates these markings? And why do they use specific colors? And how does the system actually work? Hello, my name is Tom, and in this video we will explore the fascinating system behind the Czech tourist trail markings. I have visited dozens of countries and none has such a complex trail marking system as Bohemia. In Czechia you don't need to be a genius or even have a map to navigate, you just need to understand this simple system. But first, let's talk about how it all began. Most of the trail marking system in the Czech Republic is maintained by a single organization, Klub Českých turistů, or Czech Tourist Club. The club was founded in 1888, during a time where tourism and hiking were becoming popular across Europe. Its goal was simple, to encourage people to explore the landscape and make the nature accessible to everyone. Soon after its founding, the organization began marking the first hiking trails. One of the earliest routes was created along the Vltava River near Prague at the end of 19th century. Over time, the network expanded dramatically. Today, the Czech hiking network covers tens of thousands of kilometers of marked trails across the entire country. What makes this system remarkable is that much of it is maintained by trained volunteers, known as trailmakers, or značkáři in Czech. These volunteers repaint faded trail markers, install signposts at trail intersections, check the roads remain accessible, and sometimes design new routes. They follow strict guidelines for how every marker should look and where it should be placed. This ensures the entire network stays consistent and easy to follow. The most recognizable feature of the system is the striped trail marker. Each marker consists of 3 horizontal stripes, white, a colored stripe in the middle, and white again. The color in the center determines the type and importance of the trail. There are 4 main colors used in the Czech hiking network. Red trails. Red trails usually represent the most important and longest routes. They often follow long-distance paths across large regions, mountain ridges, or scenic landscapes. If you are planning a multi-day hike, you will most likely be following a red trail. Blue trails are typically regional routes. They connect towns, landmarks, and natural attractions within a specific area, making them ideal for day hikes. Green trails usually serve as local routes. They link smaller destinations such as villages, viewpoints, or nearby nature spots. Yellow trails are often short connecting routes. They link major trails together or guide hikers from towns and villages to the main network. Even though the colors suggest a certain hierarchy, they don't indicate difficulty. A yellow trail can be steep and challenging, while a red one might be flat and easy. The colors simply describe the role of the trail within the network. That said, in practice, these roles aren't always so clear-cut, and meaning of each color can sometimes vary. Another essential part of the system is the network of trail signposts. These act as junction markers where routes meet, clearly indicating directions and distances to nearby towns or landmarks or to another signpost. At important intersections, signposts typically display the name of the current location, the direction of each marked trail, the next destinations along the route, the distance to each destination in kilometers. Thanks to the system, navigation is really simple. In the Czech Republic, many people use it every day. It's just a normal part of life here. If you want to hike like a local, you just follow these signs and you will quickly see why people rely on them so much. Besides standard hiking trails, the system also includes several special types of routes. One example is the educational trail, sometimes called a nature trail. These routes usually focus on a specific theme, such as local wildlife, geology, or history, and often feature informational panels along the way. Instead of the standard stripe design, they use unique symbols as trail markers. There are also special markings that guide visitors to the points of interest, such as castles, ruins, caves, or scenic viewpoints. These small detours allow hikers to discover hidden landmarks they might otherwise miss. They can be especially rewarding, offering unique experiences and deeper insight into the local landscape, history, and culture. In many cases, these trails are some of the most interesting ones you can take, often rich in information and full of stories waiting to be discovered. The marking system also adapts to winter. In areas with reliable snow cover, there are marked cross-country skiing routes. These trails often follow similar paths to hiking routes, but use bright orange color to remain visible in snowy conditions. In mountainous regions such as Krkonoše or Šumava mountains, these winter trails allow skiers to travel long distances safely to the landscape. Cyclists have their own navigation system. Instead of painted trail markers on trees, cycling routes are marked with yellow directional signs, featuring route numbers and arrows. These routes typically follow regular roads, dedicated bike paths, and railroad tracks. Together with hiking trails, they create an extensive network that connects towns, natural areas, and tourist attractions across the country. Some Czech hiking trails are part of European long-distance routes, allowing hikers to travel across multiple countries while following continuous, clearly marked paths. One of the most iconic examples is the Camino de Santiago, which is integrated into the trail system and marked by its unique and easily recognizable scallop shell symbol. Thanks to its high level of organization, the Czech trail marking system has inspired similar systems abroad. In fact, the Czech and Slovak method is often considered one of the most efficient hiking navigation systems in the world. Next time you go hiking in the Czech Republic, take a closer look at those small colored marks on the trees. Behind each one is over a century of tradition, careful planning, and the work of dedicated volunteers. Thanks to this system, you can explore forests, mountains, and historical landscape with confidence. You can't get lost. And you might discover places you would never have found otherwise. Sometimes all you need to explore a country is a simple colored stripe on a tree. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to learn more of Czech history and culture, check out my YouTube channel and subscribe. See you at the next video.